Another week of comics are in the books, and today I am bringing you my top 3 comic books from my pull list. This is a review list video, and most weeks I have a lot more books. This week was an incredibly small week for me. I've only got 3 books that I bought from the comic book shop. That's actually insane for me, but I am so stoked to give you my top 3. And one of these books might be on the chopping block, but thank you all so much for joining me. I'm Alex. This is Graphic Novel Collector. And if you like weekly comic book reviews, overviews, and some deep dives into your favorite comics, stories, and creators in the world of comics and graphic novels, this is the place for you. But let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into today's video with number 3, and that would be Batman by Chip Zdarsky. This is issue 154, legacy number 949. Chip Zdarsky and D. Giacominco. And I gotta say, this book for me is on the chopping block. I'm probably gonna stick it out maybe one more episode just because of the ending. But essentially, what has happened in this book is someone died. Someone was apparently murdered, and you got Gordon and Batman and basically all of the Gotham PD trying to figure out who it is. And there's a huge reveal in the last last couple pages of the book. Does that make up for the fact that Chip Zdarsky, I like Chip Zdarsky as a writer. His Batman run has been, as you probably know if you've been either watching the channel or just paying attention or reading the book, it's been up and down. It's had its highs, it's had its lows. It definitely has had its strong moments. I'm not saying that it hasn't, but overall, this has been a bit of a wishy-washy run for me specifically. I'm not saying that it's bad, and I do like Chip Zdarsky, and a lot of events and tie-ins and things certainly haven't helped the case of this book. But in this specific issue, it was a decent issue. It kind of meandered in the middle to early beginnings of the issue. But as we get towards the end of this issue, it really did pick up. And I was like, halfway through, I was like, man, I'm probably not going to pick this book up again. Like, issue 155, I'm not going to buy it. But then the last couple pages hooked me in, and I think I have to buy issue 155 to see where it goes. We do have I forget his name, the Star Spangled Commander or whatever his name is. I don't know. He's in here. There is revealed to maybe be Bruce Wayne has a brother again. That was wild. Also, one thing I do want to point out, I don't know if you can see that right there. That's my my fingerprint and my thumbprint, which is really unfortunate. And it's so funny because it says no prints on the very first text bubble of the entire book. And yeah, I have the ink. I just read this book and I have the ink on my fingers. So Batman issue number 154 by Zdarsky, I'll give it 2.5 stars just because of that ending. I don't know. I'm losing hope in this run, but I am excited for Jeff Loeb and of course Jim Lee's run that's coming up. There's just too many good Bat books right now. I think I've got Absolute Detective, Batman and Robin year 1, and that's 4 Bat books. I gotta drop one of these Bat books. Okay, moving on to number 2, and again, I only had 3 books this week, so it's a short week. We have Green Arrow Annual number 1, 2024, Arrow Family Forward. This is by Joshua Williamson and Sean Iazowski, and I'm probably butchering that name, but this was a good issue, and I think this is leading really nicely into the next series. I forget who's going to be on the book. I believe this is Joshua Williamson's very last issue. The art in here is awesome. Some very, very kinetic and, quite simply put, contrasting vibes in here in terms of color palette and all of that. I really like this book. Basically, Ollie is on an island with a bunch of superheroes, kids, and he's teaching them some things, and they all want to hear a story. So basically, we get like a life story kind of issue, but he's trying to take down, oh, what was the villain's name? Firestarter. And the end of the book actually reveals who Firestarter is. And I really enjoyed this one. I'm excited. It seems like they're setting up a more isolated Green Arrow. I didn't read the last Green Arrow run because it was so deep into the run whenever I came back to comics. So I didn't want to start reading it so deep in the run. That being said, I'm excited for Green Arrow. There's so many good books that DC's putting out right now. I mean, they're actually just destroying, in my opinion, Marvel in the amount of sheer like quality books that they're putting out. So shout out to DC Comics for this. But no, this was a pretty darn solid issue here. So episode, I always want to say episode, but I will give this one 3.5 stars, which if you know me, that is a really good score. 4s and 5s are reserved for the best of the best. So Green Arrow, I really enjoyed it. This was a fun issue. You got some really bombastic and really energetic art inside this book, and just a solid story. I know it's an annual. I know it's Joshua Williamson's last book on the run, but I had fun with this book, and I'm excited. Green Arrow is a fun character. I really dig it. And at number 1, we have Absolute Superman, issue number 1. This is the final the final issue of the Trinity for all the Absolute number 1s. We saw Batman. I really liked that one. We saw Wonder Woman. That one was pretty sweet too. But Superman, we have a retelling and a recontextualization, and I said that with the other 2 Absolute books we've seen, of Krypton. But basically there is a class system on Krypton, before all the craziness happened. And as it turns out, Superman's family was not very high on this class system. Every single job, basically, there's a hierarchy system. And essentially, Kal-El's family was on the bottom of the totem pole before Krypton met its demise, we'll say. And now Superman, still wanting to help those down and out, the poor, the sick, the hungry, just has a little bit of a darker mentality because of the things that he saw on Krypton, because he, unlike in the canon universe, he actually grew up with his family. So, I mean, the art in this is absolutely gorgeous. This is by Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval, and of course, DC Comics, but the art in this is absolutely gorgeous. We kind of get an untethered Superman, and his suit is kind of a living organic suit, which I thought was pretty interesting. Overall, I really did enjoy this. Is it better or worse than the other 2? I do want to do a video on that. So definitely, if that is something that you're interested in, comment down below. Let me know if that's a video. I could do Absolute versus. So I could do Absolute Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman versus, and put them in order and rank them and everything. But yeah, no, I really like this one. This one was good. All the Absolute books have been pretty darn good thus far, and I'm really liking what we're doing here. There is a mega corporation, basically, that is controlling these diamond mines, and yeah, of course, they're, taking liberties and really, really kind of exploiting their workers. So, let me know if you've heard that one before. But, yeah, Absolute Superman was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Jason Aaron's got something cooking here. And as someone who is not the biggest Superman fan, I do like Superman, but I typically like him whenever he's on a team. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty sweet. And that's definitely something to be said, because I'm not a huge solo Superman fan. But this reimagining of the character kind of has me super interested And the ending was pretty sweet. I'm really excited to see the next issue. So I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I really like it. I think you should check this book out if you can still get your hands on it. Issue number 1 of Absolute Superman, my number 1 book of the week. And I will give it 3.5. Let's go 4 stars total on Superman, Absolute Superman, issue number 1. So just to recap, number 1 was Absolute Superman. Awesome, awesome story. Green Arrow, we're pretty much done with this phase of Green Arrow. We got a new creative team coming on, but I really love the annual. And then Batman. Batman issue number 154. Zdarsky's run again, up and down, has had its highs and has had its lows. But ultimately, there's too many bad books to go around. This one's on the chopping block. But there you go, everybody. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below if you made it this far into the video. Let me know in the comments by saying absolutely did. Absolutely did in the comments. And if this is your first time here, make sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to all so you get notified. That's super important. YouTube doesn't notify its subscribers anytime a video goes up now. It has to be set. That little bell icon has to be set to all. Otherwise, it will not tell you. But thank you all so much for watching. I know that it was a short week. Really weird. Kind of good, though. I needed a short week. Holidays are right around the corner, so. But, yeah, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. And until the next video, keep reading comics, keep collecting comics, and I will catch you all on the Flippy Flop. Adios.